Hey, I'm calling this Adam's Tech Vlog. I like technology. I've done some videos on cameras and things, and today I picked up something new. The Barnes&Noble Nook. I bought the Wi-Fi only version for $150 from my local Barnes&Noble. Basically, I took a look at this in the store. I've been thinking about this for a while. I've determined I don't read nearly enough, and everyone that I've ever heard that's bought an e-reader says they start reading more. I took a look at the one in store. Part of the reason why I got the Nook over some of the other ones, I like the fact that the Nook has a retail giant basically supporting them. They have in-store stuff that you can do. They have an in-store service if something goes wrong, if I need some kind of help with it. It reads more formats than like the Kindle does. The Sony ones are nice, but they don't have this retail backing behind them. You have to go out and find it yourself, kind of a thing. Whereas the Nook, there's a store built in. There's a source of things. So I'm going to do a little bit of some unboxing porn here. It's a cardboard box. I think this is the accessory pack, and this is the Nook up here. So I've seen the other ones where it was in sort of a clear plastic iPod looking package. Just cut this full off the shrink wrapping. So then we'll get this little bit of a tab here, and inside, with something already being displayed on the e-ink itself. These e-ink displays are really impressive. I did use this. These things are fantastic looking. I mean, it really is. And then it has the LCD screen for navigation along the bottom, which isn't fantastically high resolution, but it is, I think, sufficient for what you need it to be able to do, how they have this thing set up. We got a read-me first guide there, and then just sort of warranty, terms of service thing. Nicely padded package with the, I don't know if it might be, you can see it's got a nice, it fit in there nicely, and it's got a nice foam pad there too, so that's pretty nice as far as shipping in. Oh, the older packaging, this was a separate box. This one, it just sort of pops open, and then you have single cable in here. I actually have a little Nook branded USB charger. Hopefully this will work with some other things, so if I'm taking this along with my cell phone and the other things that I can charge off USB, I just need pretty simple USB cable there. Hey, I just wanted to get some video of this. Actually, I plugged it into my my USB charger here, and it has this. It decided to start up on its own. The guide said to not press the power on button until it's fully charged. So I'm just going to see what this says now. It just says your device is starting up. Contains reader mobile technology from Adobe Systems Incorporated. So it's powered onto this state. It says press power button to wake up your Nook along the top there. Get this Gertrude Stein picture. Since it's plugged in, it has a little glowy light on the bottom. We can go over maybe some of the hardware features here. The big thing, of course, is this LCD touchscreen capacitive type. The N Nook button. The 4 forward and back buttons that they have forward and back on both sides for left and right-handed use. And then along the top you have your sort of wake up sleep mode button. The one thing that I will note that is different about this one, this is the Wi-Fi only one. It has a white back. The other ones that I've seen, well, that is really blowing out. One thing that we'll note is on the 3G ones, this is a gray cover. So open this up in a little bit, but not right now. So even though it says to wait until it's fully charged, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the power button here, just to wake this bad boy up. There we go. Pops into this. Welcome to your Nook, the Barnes&Noble e-reader. Tips. Tap here to get started. So we'll go through the registration. I guess first I'm gonna have to I have to set up my Wi-Fi, so I gotta type in my key. So that's gonna take a little bit. I've managed to connect to my network after typing in my ridiculously long web password. So we'll go to the screen there. It shows the different available wireless networks, and now it's time to register. So register with your existing account. You need to register with an existing barnesandnoble.com account. If you don't already have an account, take a minute to create an online. I'll be right back again. I didn't realize I had to set one up on barnesandnoble.com first, so I'll be right back and do that. I put in my account here. I'm just going to show you how well this responds. I mean, the e-ink is a little slow just by its nature. That's how e-ink is, but just to show how the e-ink display actually responds to input from the keyboard here. Hopefully I'll be able to show this sufficiently well. As you can see, it's not fantastically fast, but it's not terribly slow either. It's actually pretty nice. One of the things that I thought reading some of the stuff is, oh, every time you put an input in, it has to refresh the entire screen, but it works pretty fast. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but I think it works okay. I wouldn't want to have to try and do a lot of text entry on it, but it's not a huge problem. So I think one of the things, though, that's always going to be the case with these, even though you can operate them independently of a computer, you can't operate them independently of a network. I would say if you don't have wireless at home or don't have easy access to wireless, or don't spend a lot of times in bookstores or something like that, I would get the 3G version of this. Just if you're not somebody that has a computer, you're not as technically savvy, that might be a better. I got some other settings and stuff to do. First one here is clock. Apparently it's at the clock itself. There's a quick tour thing. Let's go through this, take a tour. I don't know if there are any videos up on the internet about this yet. I'm going to adjust my light here so it doesn't get as much glare off the screen. So, welcome, your Nook, as it explains the page, explains about the basics of it. You can change the font. I know there are a few different ones that you can choose from. And you have text sizes. One of the things, just playing with it in the store and just navigating through it right now, is I've heard some complaints about the way that it responds, the menu system and stuff like that. What I've done so far, and it's not that bad. Maybe I have a weird engineer brain and it doesn't affect me as much, and I can get it. Go over what the different options are on the LCD itself. So we have the daily, that's for any sort of periodicals that you have, my books, shop, reading now, games, Wi-Fi settings, music. It has a beta web browser and settings. I'm not going to go through any of these yet until I have a better clue of it. I loaded a couple pictures onto it. It displays incredibly beautifully on this. This is a color image that I loaded onto it, and it converted it to grayscale. What I'm going to do now, though, I'm going to buy a book. I'm going to buy Pride and Prejudice and Zombie. Go to shop, and what I'm going to do here is hit search. Then you type in your search term, and it's on my Wi-Fi, so it's loading pretty quickly. There you go. There you go. It gives the title, ebook. It's apparently on sale, so hey, it gives a rating, and it gives a blurb. I'm going to hit, and on the screen on the bottom, it gives you your different options. It shows the cover. I'm going to go ahead and hit buy from your purchase. I'm just going to go ahead and hit buy. Thank you, purchase was successful. Items will be delivered to your digital library and downloaded to your Nook short. And there it is, it's shown up. So all of your covers show up like this. This actually came with Pride and Prejudice. The actual Pride and Prejudice is not Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Little Women and Dracula. I'm going to go ahead and load up Pride and Prejudice and Zombies here. In game. Oh, there it goes. It's got the cover there, which is amazing. So it gives you some different options right off the bat. You can change your font and font size. You can add bookmarks on the bottom there. You can actually open your audio player so you can listen to music while you're reading. So we're just going to hit, you turn your page. And one of the complaints that I read about this, ooh, that's pretty, that I read about this was slow page turning. I've never used a Kindle, but this seems pretty darn good to me. It's just like flipping through a book. It has all the lead-in pages, have your copyright page. I have to say, I have seen these e-ink displays before. If you really didn't know any better, you'd think that this was actually a printed page. I mean, there's a slight grain to it if you look really close. Super easy to read. Until next time, this has been Adam's Tech Vlog.